stocks are lower as I speak to you right now, but they're a little bit unbalanced. We've got the Dow and the S&P down a little bit more than 0.1%. The NASDAQ down 1.2%. The Russell down 1.25%. So a little heavier to the downside on the NASDAQ and the Russell. Markets are really looking towards the NVIDIA earnings tomorrow after the close. That's what's being talked about. Not much data to move off of, except a small miss on headline year-over-year inflation in Canada, so a little lighter there, but a beat on the core month-over-month figure, which was supposed to be negative, but came in slightly positive, so not really good news there. Yields in the U.S., the 2-year, 5-year, 10-year down slightly. 2-year yield 4.59, 5-year yield 4.24. Those are both down 5 basis points. 10-year yield at about 4.27, down 3 basis points. 30-year yield unchanged. That puts the 2-10s inversion at -32, which is better by about 2 basis points. China announced its biggest ever cut in their mortgage reference rate this morning, clearly trying to help their struggling property market as well as a broader economy. The 5-year loan prime rate, the LPR, was lowered by 25 basis points to 3.95 from 4.20%, while the 1-year LPR was left unchanged at 3.45. This seems to have put a soft floor below crude oil, which is only down about 0.7%, and copper, which is just slightly below the unchanged line. Gold is a little bit higher, and silver and the dollar are a little bit lower. FOMC minutes tomorrow. Market participants are going to be looking for any softening of the dovish stance that the Fed has since pivoted to. So maybe a little bit more aggressive language that might have been in that last FOMC meeting. That's really what people are going to be focused on. Although right now, the CME Fed Watch Tool still pricing in as the highest probability 5 rate cuts throughout the rest of this year. Looking ahead, earnings after the close, 54 companies with market caps over $1 billion, including Palo Alto Networks, Diamondback Energy, Chesapeake Energy, Caesars Entertainment, Keysight Technologies, and Public Storage. Tomorrow before the open, only 32 more billion-dollar companies reporting, including HSBC, Analog Devices, United Therapeutics, and Wingstop. Data tonight, Reuters Tankan Index out of Japan. Tomorrow, EU consumer confidence, and in the U.S., those FOMC minutes I talked about. We've also got some central bank speakers tomorrow, Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic and Fed Governor Michelle Bowman.